You guy. How could it be possible? Could it be that? Kizaru's face changed drastically. Lin Tian has already kicked the speed of light out. Lin Tian kicked it out, and a golden flash was kicked out of Lin Tian's foot in an instant. The light also directly hit the yellow ape, and the yellow ape hurriedly became elementalized to avoid it, but Lin Tian's lightspeed kick was also immediate. It caused a big explosion. Although Kizaru avoided this attack again, his heart was already in chaos. How is it possible? Even my speed of light kicks. Kizaru shouted directly, the sword of the clouds. A sword of light was born from Kizaru's hands. Kizaru waved the sword of the sky cloud in his hand, and fought with Lin Tian again. Lin Tian also pulled out his demon sword, Kunjung, and started a swordsmanship showdown with Kizaru. However, it is ridiculous that Kizaru's swordsmanship. Not clever at all. Kizaru just relies on the ability of Shining Fruit to deal with Lin Tian. It seems that Zephyr is right, you are a bit too dependent on your own abilities. Lin Tian is also an export, joking with Kizaru. Unexpectedly, you even know Zephyr. Don't talk nonsense, look at the trick. Kizaru and Zephyr have always had a bad relationship, and they continue to choose to attack. 8-foot mirror. A mirror of light appeared in Kizaru's hand, and then the light reflected several times, and Kizaru instantly appeared beside Lin Tian. Kick at the speed of light. Kick at the speed of light. Both of them kicked each other's legs with the speed of light, but Lin Tian's legs were naturally covered with hard-armed domineering. It turned out that Kizaru hugged his legs and yelled in pain. Wow! Your legs are really hard, is this still armed? Who tells you not to learn armed sex? You can't rely on me. Lin Tian said that the ability of the Shining Fruit was teleported to Kizaru's side. This guy. The speed is even faster than mine. Kizaru was also a little shocked at the speed of Lin Tian. Bachichang Guyu. Kizaru also used this trick immediately, and countless light bullets attacked Lin Tian. Try this trick. Right round eyes. Lin Tian directly chose to open his eyes. Countless light bombs attacked Lin Tian one after another, and finally brought out a burst of smoke and dust. No one in the smoke and dust knew whether Lin Tian was dead or alive. It's terrible. I actually copied my Shining Fruit ability. This guy's ability, it's really terrible. Although Kizaru said so, he actually believed that Lin Tian would lose in his own hands this time. Because of Ba Kai Chong Goyu's continuous attack, almost no one can stop such an attack. Finally, the countless light bomb attacks ended, and Kizaru attacks that lasted for a few minutes finally stopped. Solve it. Kizaru was also unsure of talking to himself. Of course it's impossible. Lin Tian appeared in front of Kizaru intact. Impossible. Under my continuous Ba Kai Chong Goyu's attack, you can't last long even if you are elementalized. Lin Tian didn't answer Kizaru's words, but directly addressed Kizaru immediately. Dodge. However, Lin Tian laser did not stop at all, and countless laser beams were almost non-stop. They attacked the yellow ape one by one, and the yellow ape couldn't sustainably resist even if it was elemental. Lin Tian's attack was quickly penetrated by Lin Tian's calf without paying attention. General. He actually hurt the general. Impossible. I must be dazzled, we have seen the dazzling, how could we be dazzled? The surrounding navy saw Lin Tian throughout the scene of Kizaru. Morale was also greatly reduced. Kizaru was also out of breath. Seeing this, he knew that he couldn't wait too long, and shouted, Pacifist, target Lin Tian, attack him together. Then a teleport disappeared. As soon as Kizaru's words fell, the pacifists who dealt with Lin Tian's partner also turned around and attacked Lin Tian. The pressure on the companions was relieved in an instant. Thinking this kind of junk stuff can withstand me. Lin Tian also smirked and shouted, Gravity field. Then the surrounding gravity increased dozens of times in an instant, and both the navy and the pacifists felt their own weight increased dozens of times. The navy was immediately crushed to the ground and couldn't move. The pacifist speed was like a tortoise. Under the weight of several dozen times, the internal parts couldn't operate. God Thunder. Lin Tian directly summoned countless terrifying thunder and lightning, and those thunder and lightning were shining with a strange purple color, and they were also full of destructive power. The thunder sounded loudly, just like the roar of the gods. Then Lin Tian waved with one hand. Thunder and lightning struck. The terrifying destructive force instantly smashed all the pacifists. The pacifist itself was unable to move, and when Lin Tian was hit by this lightning, it instantly fell apart, and countless parts were also exposed. The pacifists simply scrapped it. The navy present were speechless, and the target Lin Tian in front of him was like a god, possessing power like a god. Run. The generals are gone. What are we going to fight? Ah, run. Due to Kizaru's immediate escape, the entire navy showed defeat in an instant, more and more navies fleeing, and the last shot was out of control. The navy fled to death. No one thought that the general led the army to come in majestic, but in the end fled like a dog in the family. Rayleigh naturally saw all this in his eyes. This kid. The strength is really terrifying. The general is not his enemy of one. Rayleigh sighed. He is our captain, Rayleigh. Hachi also looked at Lin Tian with a smile. You guys are too strong. Perona also said, I didn't expect all the generals to escape. This is normal. Robin also said affirmatively. We are all stronger. Nuoqigao also sighed as he looked at his abilities. What are we going to do next? Ji Yuyina also asked Shang Lin Tian afterwards. Lin Tian said, next we are going to coat the boat. Uncle Rayleigh, how long will you be able to coat the boat? Rayleigh replied, the coating time of boats of different sizes is different. Have you parked the boat at place 41? I'll check it out first. Okay, let's go together. Everyone returned to the mooring position of the death god. However, it reached 41. Lin Tian saw that the death god was still parked there, but the keen Lin Tian caught an unusual breath. Floyd, Iceberg, are you there? Could it be that? Lin Tian was shocked. What's happening? All the friends around asked suspiciously. Who would have thought? The Navy representing justice kidnapped my crew, Iceberg and Freud, and was captured by the Navy. Lin Tian's expression instantly changed. Report. Marshal of the Sengoku. I have found the culprit who killed the Tinlongren. Kizaru saw that he couldn't do effective damage to Lin Tian with his own ability, so he immediately withdrew and contacted the headquarters. Say it. Sengoku also asked anxiously. It's Lin Tian. Kizaru said, it's him. Why it's him again? The Sengoku was obviously also very angry. Did you fight? Sengoku asked. I'm sorry the marshal, his ability is very strange, I can't beat him. Kizaru also said apologetically. But, I have captured the 2 crew members on their ship, a ship doctor named Freud and a shipmaker named Iceberg. Kizaru said sinisterly. Good job, Paluzolino, don't worry. This time we set up a net of heaven and earth. We are bound to wipe out Lin Tian, the strongest death pirate group. Sikarsky and Kuzan will both support you. The Sengoku was also full of confidence this time. Although the previous 3 generals all ended in a disastrous defeat against Lin Tian, it was 1-1, this time it was 3-1. I don't believe it. Even if Lin Tian has the ability of the 4 emperors, can he still play 1-3? The Sengoku also hung up on the phone worm. Aokiji, Akainu. The Sengoku also ordered the messenger. In a short while, the Kung Fu Kuzan and the Akainu arrived. Does the marshal of the Sengoku have anything urgent? The Kuzan has already felt an unusual breath. The Sengoku replied solemnly. Position, Chambord Islands, target, Lin Tian and his team. Kizaru has already played against Lin Tian as a forward. You 3 generals, it is a matter of the Navy's face, to make a shot together. It is bound to be Lin Tian and his teammates. Tian and a group of people stay. Whether it's dead or alive, it's no longer possible to let Lin Tian continue to live. The Sengoku also ordered. Marshal of the Sengoku, don't worry, I'll be careful this time. It's really rare that the 3 big generals should go out together. You can bring as many subordinates as you want. The Chambordian Islands are very close here. I'll say it again. Be sure to keep Lin Tian. Sengoku said solemnly. Feeling the attention of the Sengoku, the Qing Pheasant and the Akainu were also looking at the Sengoku with high fighting spirit and replied. Understand. Then the 2 went out and led their army to the Chambord Islands. The Sengoku was still worried after seeing the 2 of them left. As a wise general, the Sengoku could not know the strength of Lin Tian and then walked away, and then he again ordered. Biography, Chief of Staff Crane, Chuan Lieutenant General Card, General. Crane and Karp also arrived in front of the Sengoku almost at the same time. Why did the Sengoku post with a serious look? Even Karp, who loves to joke, feels an unusual breath at this time. What happened? Crane asked too. The Sengoku said solemnly, Lin Tian killed the Tinlongren. What? That kid actually killed the nobles of the world. It seems that he has already planned to immortalize with the world government. Things are far more serious than you see. Lin Tian does whatever he wants, and does whatever he wants with his own will. Therefore, Lin Tian has already destroyed the balance of the three major forces on the sea. Now Lin Tian has emerged as a new force, and his strength is comparable to the four emperors. Get the power of Pluto, if you enter the new world. The consequences could be disastrous. The chief of staff Crane also reacted immediately. Carp also said, "It's really a troublesome kid. But the strength is so strong. Then what do you plan to do, Sengoku?" "I have sent 3 generals," Sengoku said. 3 generals? You actually sent 3 generals for a kid?" Crane was also puzzled for a while. "Crane, you don't know the strength of that kid. Anyway, I am ashamed, thinking that at the time on Judicial Island, the blue pheasant, the yellow ape and the Akainu and me, the 444 high-level combat powers failed to keep Lin Tian. In the end, if the kid didn't let us go, how could there be me in the general now?" Carp also recalled the previous battle and explained to Crane. "That kid already has the strength of the 4 emperors. That's really scary." Crane also sighed. "Then it doesn't make much sense for you to send the 3 generals in the Sengoku. Will it still be defeated by Lin Tian in the end?" Sengoku also said while eating senbei. "The Sengoku is just a meal. Get angry, Kapu. When is it all? Don't grow up other people's ambitions to destroy your prestige. The 3 of them are admirals of the admiral. It's okay to hold Lin Tian." "What do you mean?" Crane also reacted and hurriedly asked. "Could it be?" Carp was a little speechless. "Yes. The 3 big generals hold Lin Tian. Others attack his companions." The Sengoku also reluctantly said, "Don't say I'm despicable. I can't help it. If even the 3 major generals can't kill Lin Tian, then Lin Tian's strength is no longer what our navy can control. The world government will let it be blamed. They go blame. However, all we can do is to make Lin Tian throw the mouse. On the face of it, it is Lin Tian that we have to deal with. But I leave the real task to you. We must start with Lin Tian's partner. Otherwise, we may have no chance of winning." The Sengoku confessed seriously, and Carp was also aware of the seriousness of the problem. How strong Lin Tian is, Carp has the most say. Carp feels that the 3 big will be difficult to defeat Lin Tian, and the Sengoku is naturally not stupid to think that Lin Tian will directly lose. The so-called wise general must first think about defeat before thinking about victory. This is the mind of the Sengoku. Kapu. Crane. Heed the order. You must cooperate with the 3 generals to leave Lin Tian's accomplices. This time you only need to win. No defeat. Otherwise, I can't explain to the world government. Sengoku then immediately arranged to say, Alternate General T. Dolphin, Alternate General Peach Rabbit, Headquarters Lieutenant General Ghost Spider, Headquarters Lieutenant General Huashaoshan, Headquarters Lieutenant General Dalmisia. Join you in the battle. Command the Headquarters Navy with 20,000 people. Warships 20 ship. While the 4 emperors have not reacted yet, the battle must be ended. The Sengoku also made great determination. Lin Tian and the world government have completely torn apart, and the navy, as a force of the world government, can only do everything to fight Lin Tian. Compared with the 4 emperors who restricted each other, Lin Tian's power made the Sengoku even more terrifying. Carp and he were also shocked, but Lin Tian did not expect that the Sengoku would have paid such attention to them. A total of 7 lieutenants of the Navy headquarters, 20 large warships, 20,000 elite naval forces, plus the unrivaled 3 Navy generals. If you don't know in advance that you are dealing with Lin Tian, it may be mistaken for the Navy to go to peace the 4 emperors battle. This is the highest combat power of the Navy headquarters. Lin Tian, this kid. Why did the Sengoku attach so much importance? Lieutenant General Crane was also shocked. Kapu naturally knew the worries of the Sengoku, and promised, "Don't worry, Sengoku, this time Lin Tian can't escape." Sengoku nodded and said, I hope you can complete the task. On the one hand, support the 3 generals. On the other hand, you must catch Lin Tian's accomplices. It's despicable. I took icebergs and Freud. Robin also said angrily. They won't have been killed. Don't talk nonsense. Xiaohachi and Perona also quickly stopped Robin's poisonous tongue. Probably not. Freud's ability to heal fruits is extremely rare, while Esbaku has the design of Pluto. Both of them must be safe for a while. But, I didn't expect the Navy to be so shameless as to be so shameless, to play this set with me. Lin Tian was also slightly angry. Then how can I rescue them? Guina asked too. Yellow Ape must have not left the Chambord Islands yet. Uncle Rayleigh, leave my friends to you. I'll come as soon as I go. Lin Tian is also preparing to search for the location of Kizaru. Got it. Rayleigh also agreed. Be careful. The partners reminded. Lin Tian teleported directly over the Chambord Islands. Seeing and smelling domineering. Lin Tian directly liberated the domineering of seeing and hearing, and realized the ability similar to the heartnet through the thunder fruit, and Lin Tian easily found the hiding place of the yellow ape. Next to Kizaru, there really is the aura of Freud and Iceberg. Yellow Ape, since you are playing this game with me, then I don't need to be merciful. Lin Tian teleported directly in front of Kizaru. Kizaru was shocked when he saw Lin Tian. Oh, I didn't expect you to find me. I think I'm hiding well. Lin Tian didn't talk nonsense with Kizaru. The armed color directly covered his feet, and then he hit Kizaru with a kick at the speed of light. Kizaru got Lin Tian's fierce kick, and also flew out of this hidden tree root. While he cursed Lin Tian for being cruel, his whole body was directly elementalized. It's terrible. I was attacked by your armed and domineering, it really hurts. Kizaru also appeared directly above Lin Tian, using the abilities of Shining Fruit to float in the air. Captain, sorry, we were caught by Kizaru. Esbaku and Freud had already been locked by the chains of Heilushi. Neither of them were Kizaru opponents, and felt that it was causing Lin Tian trouble. Lin Tian waved his hand to show that he didn't care. Yellow Ape. I hate people who make insidious tricks if they can't be hit directly. You must die today. Lin Tian got serious. Looking at Kizaru's appearance, Lin Tian was intent on killing. Humph. This time I won't be easily defeated by you. Kizaru still said indifferently. Then two people appeared behind Kizaru. These two people are not the Kuzan and the Akainu, or who is Lin Tian. The Akainu looked at Lin Tian fiercely, as if he was very worried about the result of the last time, Lin Tian. The Kuzan also looked at Lin Tian and looked squarely. It seems that I am going to deal with you three generals at the same time today. Against the three generals, the momentum is not inferior. The three generals have experienced hundreds of battles, and their auras are already quite strong. Although the aura of the Trio 3 is not Overlord, it still pressed Lin Tian heavily. Lin Tian yelled, "Good job!" A domineering appearance burst out again, and the terrifying domineering dominance instantly eroded the three generals, and the suppressed three generals were all sweating and desperately resisting. Quickly interrupt his domineering. The Kuzan hurriedly reacted. Kick at the speed of light, Pluto Dog. Freezing time. The three generals directly used close-range moves to attack Lin Tian, and Lin Tian's domineering color stopped in an instant. But Lin Tian said unhurriedly, "Shen Luo Tianzheng." As soon as the attacks of the three generals were about to fall on Lin Tian, Shen Luo Tianzheng's repulsive force instantly interrupted it. A terrifying repulsion came to the three generals. Even if it is elemental, it can't resist the damage caused by repulsion. The three generals were shaken out several meters in an instant. Three generals, it seems that you can't get close to me. Lin Tian chose to take the initiative. After pulling out the village, he chopped off at the Kuzan. The Kuzan also protruded from his mouth with a cold air to form an ice blade, resisting Lin Tian's attack. Sword of Heavenly Clouds. Kizaru also summoned the lightsaber and struck Lin Tian. Lin Tian directly covered the armed and domineering and directly held Kizaru's attack. What? Your armed color is so hard. Before Kizaru could react, Lin Tian kicked him flying with a kick at the speed of light. The Akainu was already covered with magma, and he shouted, breaking fire. Then a huge lava fist struck Lin Tian. However, Lin Tian, who has the ability to flash fruit, has long since transformed into the speed of light. After a teleport, Lin Tian also used a big move in one go. Ice Rolling World. The fusion skills of gravitational fruit and frozen fruit were instantly revealed by Angel Lin, and the surroundings instantly looked like an ice world. Lin Tian looked at the Akainu, squeezing with one hand. Then the Akainu's lava fist was covered by thick ice and snow. However, the strength of the rock berry is also extremely powerful, and the ability to awaken the frozen fruit is not inferior to melting the surrounding ice and snow. Huh. I am someone who has the ability to melt flames of rock berry fruit. The Akainu also looked at Lin Tian arrogantly. Lin Tian smiled and said, really? Then he squeezed his hands at the Akainu. The even more terrifying frost attacked the Akainu. The Akainu was completely covered by Lin Tian's ice in an instant, forming a sphere. At this time, the Akainu was covered with magma, desperately melting the infinite ice and snow around it. Just a short time, countless ice was melted by the high temperature of the Akainu, and the thick ice was instantly melted into water by the extremely high temperature of magma, risking a lot of bubbles boil. However, at this time, the Akainu was horrified to find that he could not move anymore. What is going on? AKA Inu also looked around in shock. This is a rock. It turned out that Lin Tian's freezing ability was too strong. After surrounding the Akainu, he instantly took away the heat of the Akainu magma. The magma lost the heat and cooled down instantly, forming a hard volcanic rock. Therefore, the Akainu was trapped in the rock for a while, unable to move. Haha. Sakazuki, don't you know that magma will solidify and become rock when cold and heat is released? This is common sense in physics. Damn it. Kizaru was anxious and shouted, laser. After that, countless laser beams appeared in his hand and directed towards Lin Tian. Lin Tian smiled and looked relaxed, using Yubu to avoid. Kizaru laser shot one after another, and it was about to penetrate Lin Tian, but Lin Tian suddenly stopped moving and disappeared in an instant. You got fooled, Lin Tian said with a smile. As soon as Lin Tian's voice fell, the yellow ape's laser hit the Akainu who had just been trapped in the rock. At this time, the Akainu didn't know what to say, and cursed, damn Lin Tian. After that, he fully urged his rockberry real ability, desperately melting the surrounding ice. Who would have thought that suddenly an explosion came from the outside? It turns out that Kizaru's laser exploded. This laser explosion produced a lot of heat. When the ice encountered the heat generated by the explosion, it instantly turned into water. In an instant, the water encountered high temperature and was decomposed into a large amount of hydrogen and oxygen. Suddenly, the Akainu felt dangerous, and hurriedly stopped the ability to promote the fruit, but it was still a step too late. Oxygen and hydrogen are flammable, and the Akainu is just in a confined environment. In addition to encountering the high temperature magma of the Akainu, it instantly produces a big explosion. Ah! Akainu's screams came, boom, boom, boom. Kizaru was stunned when he saw that he accidentally injured the Akainu. He looked at Lin Tian and said with a big change, "You guy, what did you do?" Lin Tian shook his head and smiled and said, "What does it have to do with me? As a general, who tells you not to take chemistry lessons well?" Kizaru frowned and said, "What are you talking about?" So he attacked with the Kuzan again. Kizaru and Qing Pheasant joined forces to attack Lin Tian, and Lin Tian did not fall the wind, whether it was speed, armed color domineering, fruit ability, and even combat experience. Lin Tian was stronger than the two, and it was directly deadlocked. The Akainu finally got up, and the wounded Akainu was also furious. Lin Tian, I want you to die. Akahu was obviously furious to the extreme. The dog bites the red lotus. Regardless of the Kuzan and the yellow ape, the Akainu attacked Lin Tian with a fierce attack. The Akainu's hands all turned into lava, and the attack directly produced a dog head that resembled canine teeth and struck Lin Tian. Sakazuki, this guy, are you crazy? The Kuzan dodged hurriedly. Even so mad at this guy, Kizaru also avoided speechlessly. Lin Tian did not dodge, but said softly, "Kaleidoscope writes round eyes." Lin Tian instantly used a kaleidoscope to write round eyes, and one eye also turned into a windmill. This attack of the Akainu instantly swallowed Lin Tian. This guy doesn't even hide. This is a very powerful attack by Sakazuki. However, although this attack was powerful, it was as if he hadn't encountered it when he encountered Lin Tian, and he passed through Lin Tian. This is the elementalization of shining fruit. The Kuzan asked Kizaru. It doesn't look like it. And even elementalization should not be able to withstand such a wide range of attacks. Kizaru also looked at Lin Tian uncertainly. Bachichang Guyu. Kizaru also made a powerful move of his own. Countless light bullets attacked Lin Tian. Ice Age. The Kuzan was also his most powerful move, attacking Lin Tian. Looking at the attacks of the two generals, Lin Tian also smiled and didn't care. Whether it was the Ice Age or the 8-foot Chong Guyu passed through Lin Tian in an instant, it didn't cause any harm. Excuse me, your attacks can't attack me at all. Lin Tian still had a relaxed look, looking at the three generals and arrogantly said, "Your attack is over, now it's me." Then Lin Tian's terrifying aura burst out in an instant, and he instantly appeared beside Kizaru at a speed that was invisible to the naked eye. The speed of this kick was extremely fast, and the yellow ape was directly kicked into the air. The power of this kick was also real, and it directly kicked the yellow ape to death. Breaking mouth. The Kuzan still wanted to attack Lin Tian. Lin Tian stared directly at the mouth of the violent cone, and then the mouth of the violent cone instantly shattered into the end of the ice. How can that be? The Kuzan was shocked. Lin Tian didn't waste any time, teleported to the Kuzan and hit the Kuzan with a punch. The Kuzan reacts slightly faster, and wants to be elemental. It is a pity that Lin Tian's fist is covered with a thick, armed color domineering. The Kuzan was instantly covered with his abdomen, knelt on the ground, and passed out. Looking at Lin Tian, the Akainu was like a big enemy, and he also released his own big move, Meteor Volcano. The Meteor Volcano is the strongest and most powerful move of Akagi. In an instant, countless magma in the sky fell like a meteor shower, melting everything around it into a sea of fire. Sakazuki, you said your magma can melt flames, right? Lin Tian asked. Then you try this trick of mine. Amaterasu. Lin Tianwang directly used Amaterasu to Sakazuki. After the blur, Lin Tian didn't fear the meteor volcano at all. What is this? Sakazuki's left hand was accidentally ignited by Lin Tian's skylight, and the pain that went deep into his soul hit Sakazuki. Hateful. Sakazuki tried to elementalize, but even if his whole body turned into magma, he couldn't melt the black flame. What the hell is this? The fire of the Amaterasu was like a bone gangrene, gnawing at Sakazuki's left hand, and igniting Sakazuki's entire arm bit by bit. Sakazuki cried out in horror. What the hell is this? What? Sakazuki almost passed out in pain. This is the fire of Amaterasu, which can burn everything in this world. How can magma in a small area compare to Amaterasu? Lin Tian also looked at Sakazuki condescendingly. Kizaru also reacted immediately when he heard the words, and he teleported directly to the side of the Akainu. Sakazuki's left arm was instantly burned into nothingness by the fire of the sky, and the terrifying black flame made the Akainu and the yellow ape both frightened. The Kuzan finally covered his abdomen, vomiting blood, and forcibly stood up. Even so, the three generals still looked at Lin Tian with full fighting spirit. Oh, haven't you recognized our gap? Lin Tian said. A mere pirate. Sakazuki lost his left arm, his face was pale, but he still yelled. Lin Tian, it is terrible, but we are the three major navy generals. The Kuzan, the yellow ape, the Akainu, and the three of them seem to have the intent to fight again. Looking at Lin Tian, they are also planning to work hard. Lin Tian faintly felt something was wrong. Why so desperately? It shouldn't be. Lin Tian closed his eyes and saw the domineering look and instantly predicted the future. Then Lin Tian's expression became cold. That's it. The Navy sent you to hold me down. Lin Tian also said with a sneer. It seems that you don't even know. Then, in order to reward you, I will let you see this trick. Susanna. Lin Tian's eyes instantly turned into a kaleidoscope, and an extremely terrifying force erupted from Lin Tian. A huge gray shadow instantly covered Lin Tian's body. The bones, muscles, and armor were layered on top of the phantom, and finally they became a god of death. The terrifying aura and power have already exploded. The three generals also resisted the storm caused by Lin Tian. Captain. What a terrible power, Freud also said in surprise. The big three will be completely crushed. Iceberg also said that the three generals who were struggling not far away said. So strong. The three generals also said at the same time. They were still there. When they tried their best to resist Lin Tian's astonishing aura, Lin Tian had already moved. Add fate. Lin Tian directly summoned Amaterasu, turned Amaterasu into a bow and arrow, and shot at the three major generals in the distance. The three generals also felt bad when they saw this. If they were hit by Lin Tian's arrow, they would be immortal and crippled. Then they used their abilities to disperse. Lin Tian's bow and arrow hit the ground, and the terrifying force directly shot this. The island was torn apart. The fire of the sky was burning everywhere, ruthlessly devouring all the objects. Oh my god, it's so terrible to attack. Remember, don't be touched by his attack. The Kuzan also quickly reminded the two of them. Hide. You can avoid it. Although Lin Tian has become the state of Suzuo Nengfu, the abilities of the flash fruit can still be used. A teleport appeared in front of the blue pheasant. Oops. The Kuzan's face changed drastically, but he still tried his best to promote the ability to freeze the fruit, causing thick ice to form around him. Lin Tianshu's powerful punch is as powerful as a mighty force, and the terrifying force directly destroys the dry and rotten, and instantly smashes the ice of the Kuzan. The Kuzan was blown away by Suzuo Nengu abruptly, not knowing whether it was alive or dead. When the Akainu and the yellow ape saw this, they also attacked from left to right. Kick at the speed of light, Spitfire. The two attacks directly hit Susanna's armor. However, Lin Tian smiled motionlessly. Sorry, you can't even break my shell. Lin Tian controlled Suzuoneng to kick the Akainu flying with one kick, and punched the yellow ape into the sea with one punch. After easily overturning the three generals, Lin Tian didn't have time to care about the life and death of the three generals. Lin Tian didn't dare to delay a second, rescued Freud and Iceberg, and flew up to number 41. Be sure to catch up, Lin Tian thought eagerly in his heart. Captain, what is going on? Iceberg asked. What did you foresee? Freud asked too. The Navy is moving. It's not just the three generals. Almost all the power that the headquarters can mobilize, the Navy has been transferred. The three generals are just the chess pieces of the Sengoku, they just live in me. You mean, Freud also understood. This is the Navy's plan to adjust the tiger away from the mountain. They are in danger. Esbachu clearly thought of the worst result. I hope the Sengoku is not that smart. We can catch up. Lin Tian is also able to spur gravity fruit with all his strength to number 41. At this time, the Navy had already blocked number 41. This is really troublesome. Rayleigh also frowned. I wanted to live a stable life. Guina, Nuoqigao, Zauba, Robin, and Perona were all ready, while Rayleigh was in the dense navy and saw an old man approaching him. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to be an old acquaintance. When the man saw Rayleigh, he laughed and said, "Wow, ha ha ha. No wonder these guys will not be able to attack for a long time. So you are here too." What? When Rayleigh saw the person in front of him, it was as if he had seen a friend he hadn't seen for many years. Kapu, you are still the same as before, with the same style. Rayleigh also said with a smile. Rayleigh, let's each other. Wow, ha ha ha. Karp also said with a smile. The Navy on the side whispered, could it be that Rayleigh? That old man turned out to be Rayleigh. Rayleigh, which Rayleigh? What else can Rayleigh? One Piece's right arm, Hades King Rayleigh. What? No wonder. Even the Ghost Spider Lieutenant General is not his opponent. These are two legends. The navies talked a lot, but Rayleigh noticed his situation and said, Kapu, I am old and want to live a stable life. I didn't expect you to have such a big battle. No. The purpose of our coming this time is not. You. If you don't participate, I can't take action against you. Karp also said with a smile. Lieutenant General, Rayleigh is a pirate. We can't let him go. Lieutenant General, you need to know your stand. The surrounding Marines hurriedly reminded. Nonsense. Can you stop Rayleigh? For a Rayleigh, you are all dead, is it worth it? Karp also learned a lesson. Yes. The Marines dared not speak immediately. Well, if you have a good guess in such a big battle, you were dealing with that kid Lin Tian. Rayleigh also answered naturally. Haha, yeah. So Rayleigh, as I just said, I hope you don't make a move. Karp also said with a smile. Rayleigh considered it for a while, and smiled and asked, what if I want to say no? Karp was also silent for a second, and the surrounding atmosphere instantly changed. Then let's move around. The Sengoku has given a death order this time, so we must keep Lin Tian's partner. Karp is already full of fighting spirit. I want to leave it alone. After all, our time has passed. It is a pity that there are my friends here, and all of my friends' friends are my friends, so let's do it, Karp. Rayleigh instantly formed a battle with Karp. Both are two legendary figures, old opponents of the same era. At this time, both of them are armed and domineering, and they are fighting vigorously, and it is difficult to distinguish the victory or defeat at a time. The Chief of Staff Crane saw Rayleigh being restrained by Karp, and immediately ordered, grab Lin Tian and the group. The Navy came up continuously. Negative Ghost. Perona used negative ghosts to keep the Navy out of combat effectiveness. There is always a solution to a problem. A female lieutenant wearing a Navy Justice cloak yelled, little girl. Try the power of my Jinpuluo. The incoming person turned out to be second only to the Admiral in strength, and the alternate Admiral Teotu, Perona fell short in an instant. Guina also raised her sleeve Baishui. Wherever she went, blood would flow into a river, and an ugly man also stopped Guina casually. Little girl, just catch it. The man said, T-Dolphin, don't be merciful when dealing with pirates. Don't be careless just because the other party is a female. The two alternate generals of the Navy blocked the two in an instant. When Nuoqigao was using the slush fruit to kill the special kill, the Ghost Spider Lieutenant General also rushed out. Robin faced a lieutenant called Huashaoshan. Huashaoshan participated in the previous demon slaying order and said, I didn't expect that the son of the devil had become like this. Xiaohachi was also directly hit by the Vice Admiral Dalmatian dog fruit Dalmatian form. Unexpectedly, the Navy has also fallen. This time it was dispatched and wanted to keep other people's crews. Rayleigh also made a sarcasm, and then kicked Carp. Wow haha. This is an order from the Sengoku, I don't want to disobey it. Carp also smiled and accepted Rayleigh's attack. If you guess it right, your captain should have been defeated by the three generals. Lieutenant General Ghost Spider looked at Nuoki in front of him and exclaimed, stop with your hands. However, Nuoqigao used the attack to recover the Ghost Spider. The surface is dry and cracked. Erosion reincarnation. Nuoki puts on a big move, and the Ghost Spider dare not get close for a while. It's really stubborn. Ghost Spider also thought hard in his heart. No. I believe our captain. After Nuoqigao finished speaking, he fought with the Ghost Spider again. Perona was also beaten by the alternate General Teotu, and it was impossible to fight back. Perona's spirit attack was also difficult to touch Teotu. Teotu's Jinpalu made her perfect, and Perona was also completely at a disadvantage. Little girl. You are Moonlight Mariah's subordinates. You will be arrested. I will ask the headquarter for instructions to reduce your guilt. Teotu also persuaded it. Perona refused without even thinking about it, and Lin Tian's smile appeared in her heart. That guy. I've been dealing with miracles all the time, so I don't want to catch it. Perona also directly rejected Teotu. I believe that guy. Perona also said secretly in her heart. Teotu frowned, knowing that it would be useless to persuade him with words, and then he raised the Jinpaluo in his hand and attacked Perona. Perona had to use negative ghosts to support each other hard, and it seemed that it would not be long before she was defeated. Guina was also out of breath at this time. She did not expect the ugly man in front of her to be so strong. As expected to be an alternate general, Guina also sighed. The alternate general Cha Dolphin smiled and said, Beauty, I suggest you just give up, it is impossible for you to fight the entire navy. Guina also smiled and said, how can it be possible to give up? Guina directly chose the solution. Wonderful solution. Bai Sha punishes. T-Dolphin also didn't dare to look down on it, and face it squarely. Unexpectedly, Lin Tian's crew is also very talented. T-Dolphin also got serious to fight Guina. Robin is also inseparable against the burning mountain. Robin, your strength is indeed very good. That wanting to beat me as a lieutenant general, it's a lot worse. Huo Xiao Shan also smiled contemptuously. Then, you can try it. Robin fully turned on the sight and hearing, and all of the attacks on the Huashaoshan fell to nowhere. Xiaohachi's six-sword style confronts Vice Admiral Dalmesia, who is in the form of canine fruit Dalmatian. The addition of animal fruits has greatly increased the lieutenant's full power. The 6 knives in Hachi's hand almost came out. This guy. Very strong. Hachi is also unprecedented. Hachi knows that the current situation is very critical, and he has also opened up his own domineering look. Although Xiaohachi was at a disadvantage, he reluctantly dragged Dalmesia. Except for the powerful sea. There are also a large number of naval forces. They have raised their rifles and shot at everyone from time to time. The Navy's warships are also going to fire at everyone from time to time. Lei Li also fully exploded his domineering look, and countless navies around him fainted directly. However, even so, the Navy is still rushing to number 41 where everyone is. The Overlord color can't be released all the time, and Lei Li also has a headache. It's really difficult. Rayleigh also touched his head, looking at Carp and wondering what to do. Wow ha ha ha. I'm right. This time the Sengoku is desperate to keep Lin Tian and his team. Lin Tian Brat should also be fighting with 3 generals now. He should not be able to come back for a while. Even if his companion has your protection, it is useless. Carp also smiled and told the current situation. That is Lin Tian in the group, about to be completely defeated. Captain. Where are you, boss? I tried my best. Big brother. I am not this person's opponent. Lin Tian. Robin and Huashaoshan continued to fight, but also thought of his captain. That guy. Perona thought out of breath. The 5 partners involuntarily thought of their captain, Lin Tian. Just when everyone was thinking about when Lin Tian would appear, 3 figures appeared, and everyone's attention fell on them. The members of the Lin Tian pirate group are familiar with these 3 people. One is Freud, the other is Iceberg, and standing in the middle is a young man with gray hair and black eyes. Lin Tian. Finally come. That's right, the person here is Lin Tian, and Lin Tian used the teleport skills to teleport here all the way from the other side of the Chambord Island. At this time, Lin Tian was floating in the air, glanced at the entire battlefield, and looked at Lely and Carp. Looked at Robin, looked at Nojiko, looked at Guina, Xiaohachi and Perona. Lin Tian also wanted to understand everything in an instant, so he said, "Thank you. It seems that you are all waiting for me. Sorry I'm late." "You. Why are you here?" The ghost spider was shocked, and it stands to reason that Lin Tian should be dragged by the 3 generals and unable to get out. Could it be that? Huashaoshan is also uncertain. Carp also stopped the fight with Lely, looking at Lin Tian, his eyes were shocked. "This kid is here. It means that Lin Tian replied calmly, "Well, you were right. The 3 big generals have been killed by me." After killing the general, Lin Tian said it for granted. But the navy was blown up by this heavy news. How can it be? Is this real? The 3 generals were killed by Lin Tian alone. The Marines talked a lot. You must know that the general is the highest combat power of the navy. 3 generals are here. Even if it is any one of the 4 emperors, it will be a disadvantage. The person in front of you actually said that he killed the general. I don't believe it. Stop talking nonsense there. T-Dolphin directly expressed dissatisfaction. What are you? Lin Tian frowned slightly, glanced at the T-Dolphin with his eyes. Without any extra explanation, Lin Tian teleported directly in front of the T-Dolphin, and the T-Dolphin did not expect Lin Tian to teleport in front of him, too. Panicked. What are you doing? T-Dolphin asked in horror. What are you doing? Take a shot at my partner. Make a bird. Don't kill you. Kill anyone. Lin Tian directly penetrated the head of the T-Dolphin with a laser beam. The alternate general T-Dolphin was instantly killed by Lin Tian. T-Dolphin. Carp was shocked and immediately attacked Lin Tian. Lieutenant General Cha Dolphin. Teotu also changed his face greatly, and immediately rushed forward to catch the T-Dolphin's body. It is a pity that Lin Tian's laser penetrated directly through the head of the T-Dolphin, and the T-Dolphin was already dead and could not die anymore. Lieutenant General Cha Dolphin. Dead. Teotu looked at Lin Tian with a pale face. You fellow. You are the devil. Teotu, who is also an alternate general, also stared at Lin Tian and said viciously. Thank you. It's a pity that I am not a devil. I am a god of death. Lin Tian easily blocked Carp's iron fist, and then said, Yo, Lieutenant General Carp, you are here too. Carp was shocked when he saw Lin Tian easily block his armed iron fist. Lin Tian. Don't do anything against them. I'm Carp, teach your brilliant tricks. Carp had already attacked Lin Tian as he spoke. Lin Tian looked at Carp's majestic iron fist and responded confidently, Kapu. You are a naval legend. In order to respect your iron fist name, I also use it. Armed and domineering, and you will decide the winner. After Lin Tian said domineeringly, he covered his arms with an extremely deep and hard-armed color domineering. When Carp saw it, he also covered his hands with his armed color domineering. In that case, come on. Carp sprinted directly and attacked Lin Tian with an iron fist. Bring it on. Lin Tian also rushed forward domineeringly. The armed and domineering of the 2 people are both extremely high levels. The 2 rushed towards each other, and due to the excessive force of their feet on the ground, even the ground had already cracked. The 2 finally collided like a cannonball. Boom. The collision between the 2 directly caused a loud noise. The surrounding dust instantly rose up, flying around, blurring the line of sight. But after a while, the dust finally dispersed, and Lin Tian's fist and Carp's fist were obviously matchless. Oh my god. Lin Tian and Lieutenant General Carp are even the same. That's a legend in our navy. Lin Tian is too strong. At this time, Kapu Khan was reigning, and Lin Tian was not easy. Carp's iron fist is extremely powerful, once claimed to be able to smash an island with one punch. Lin Tian now feels that he is not talking big. Carp was even more shocked. I just used my best. This kid didn't change his face and his heartbeats. He used his fist to fight my iron fist. Sure enough, there are 2 brushes. Boy Lin Tian. Go ahead. Carp waved his iron fist again and struck Lin Tian again. And Lin Tian, who is fully open to seeing and hearing the domineering, not only knows where Carp's attacks, but also Lin Tian, who has the armed and domineering, can also counterattack Carp's attacks. Although neither party was attacked by the other party, after a while, it was obvious that Carp's attacks slowed down, and Lin Tian was firmly on the upper hand. At this time, Carp was panting and big. Sure enough, it is the world of young people. I am also a lot older. Because Carp is getting old, his physical strength does not want to be at the golden peak of 3 years ago. Lin Tian, this kid, he actually forced Carp like this with his armed color. Rayleigh was also secretly surprised. Lieutenant General Huishaoshan and Ghost Spider in the Navy also said to Chief of Staff Shanghe, Lieutenant General Crane, Carp body. The power seems to be exhausted. Lieutenant General Crane, worthy of being the Chief of Staff of the Navy, immediately made a decisive decision and sent orders to Lin Tian and the group to begin shelling. All the naval forces began to form an encircling formation, and the water that surrounded Lin Tian and his party was already impassable. Seeing this scene before him, how could Lin Tian not know that the Navy was going to use the human sea tactics? Lin Tian's expression changed, suddenly. A powerful and terrifying domineering look suddenly burst from Lin Tian. Take Lin Tian as nearly 100 meters in the center. All the navies were crushed instantly. Even Carp did his best to resist. This is domineering. This guy has such a terrifying domineering. Ghost Spiders and Huishaoshan also tried their best to resist the Overlord domineering. This is Lin Tian's true strength. It's really scary. Teotu also tried his best to resist Lin Tian's coercion. Never let this guy go. Crane was also shocked. If this guy survives this time, the consequences are disastrous. All those who can move, give it to me. He also realized Lin Tian's danger and immediately mobilized to the surrounding navy. Huishaoshan, Ghost Spider, Peach Rabbit, and Dalmesia are the only 4 people on the court who can move besides Carp. The 4 people also attacked Lin Tian almost at the same time. Carp gritted his teeth and attacked Lin Tian. Okay. Looking at the person who rushed towards him, Lin Tian also shouted, how can the light of rice grains compete with Qiwuhai? Gravity field. Apart from anything else, Lin Tian activated the power of gravity fruit, and the people around him couldn't move in an instant. All the navies present were stunned by Lin Tian's domineering look. And all the generals have also been in Lin Tian's gravity domain. Under the gravity of dozens of times, no one can move, even the strongest Carp. Lin Tian, what did you do? Lieutenant General Huishaoshan could no longer move, but he desperately asked this question, and everyone at this time had the same question. Lin Tian smiled and said, no matter what did I do, you are the one who will lose in the end. Lin Tian, you won't get out of here alive. The Ghost Spider also yelled at Lin Tian viciously. Well, what did you just say? Lin Tian asked. I said you. Before the Ghost Spider finished speaking, the voice stopped abruptly. It turned out that Lin Tian stretched out his index finger, and a laser beam has instantly penetrated the Ghost Spider's head. Cruel. Devil. The lieutenant generals were all pale. Obviously they did not expect Lin Tian's strength to be so terrible. Didn't you say that I am the god of death? This is still the nickname you gave me. Lin Tian didn't care about the Ghost Spider he just killed. Who are you going to kill next? Teotu asked desperately. Lin Tian noticed that Teotu smiled and said, don't worry, your navy is so big, isn't it just to arrest my partner? Now we are all here, but you are now prisoners. What do you think? Lieutenant General Crane was also afraid that Lin Tian would attack another assassin, and hurriedly said, Lin Tian, what do you want? What can I say? Don't kill anymore. Oh, Crane. Are you begging me or order the pirates as a navy? Lin Tian was not only ruthless, but also cruel and decisive. He heard Lin Tian's words and his attitude immediately changed. I was about to talk about conditions, but I saw a steady stream of naval reinforcements. This reinforcement really exhausted the strength of the Navy headquarters. Even Lin Tian was a little surprised. The partners were also afraid for a while. The Navy still has so many troops. Even Lin Tian was secretly shocked. Sure enough, The navy is so powerful that it is terrifying. The world government has ruled the world for 800 years, and the background is terrible. In order to hold me back, 3 navy generals were dispatched. To deal with my friends, it turned out that so many lieutenants were dispatched. They are truly unprecedented. The navy headquarters, the 4 emperors, and the 7 martial arts are also known as the 3 major forces. It seems that I underestimated the navy. Lin Tian also looked at the aid navy, and felt a little bit tricky. Captain, why not let us divert the navy? Hachi also suggested. I can't as well take these lieutenants hostage, and let the navy cast a rat. Freud also thought about it. No. I think it's better to fight directly, but we can hardly help. Everyone is a little guilty after hearing this. In the battle of this high-end strength, no one except Lin Tian seems to have a direct influence on the situation. Strength. Lin Tian looked at his friends, and then at the lieutenants who had suppressed himself. After looking at Lei Li, he closed his eyes lightly, and then opened them. Lin Tian urged the domineering of seeing and hearing, foreseeing the future, and decisively choosing another countermeasure. Unexpectedly, the navy headquarters are all out, just to arrest us. Are you not afraid that the 4 emperors will attack Malin Vander at this time? Lin Tian said to himself. Rayleigh said, it's very close to Marin Vander. The navy should be thinking of a quick fight. Furthermore, the 4 emperors are in the New World, and it takes a lot of time to come. Rayleigh analyzed the wave carefully. Lin Tian thought it made sense, and then Lin Tian smiled. The people around were puzzled, and didn't know what kind of medicine was sold in Lin Tian gourd. Captain, what's your trick? Guina asked. Lin Tian, speak up. The navy is about to land soon. Robin also looked at the navy's warships, and instantly recalled the bad past. Big brother. They fired a cannonball. Nuoqigao also reacted instantly, and casually buried the cannonballs that had fallen nearby in the thick sand. Blue 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 blue. The phone worm on Lin Tian rang. Lin Tian had foreseen this scene a long time ago, and then he also took out the golden phone worm, answered the phone and said, Dragon. Long Crane immediately. After reacting, he looked at Carp. Carp also looked at Lin Tian uncertainly. Hua Xiaoshan and Dalmisia both said, Dragon, who is it? Lin Tian also directly began to say to Long, Dragon, you really called. Mr. Lin Tian, how do you know that I am calling? Haha. Monshilong, you can really pick the time. I naturally know what you want to do, and I promised you. Lin Tian hung up the phone soon after speaking. At the same time, the navy has landed, and countless navies have rushed up, surrounding Lin Tian and his party. Lin Tian. Let them go. Damn it. Ah. My worst premonition has come true. You are. Lin Tian looked at that person, and was shocked at once, and Lin Tian was obviously shocked too. Even the lieutenants were stunned. Lei Li and Lin Tian naturally couldn't believe their eyes. Sengoku. Why did you fellow come here? Carp shouted too. The person headed is the current admiral of the navy, the Sengoku of the Buddha known as the wise general. At this time, he also looked at Lin Tian majestically, with a bad face. As for the people next to the Sengoku, Lin Tian didn't even remember who it was for a moment, but after a while, Lin Tian recalled the animation from his previous life, and said in surprise, you are Black Wrist Zephyr. Unexpectedly, the marshal of the Sengoku and the former general Haiwan Zephyr came together. Teotu was also shocked. Hua Xiaoshan and Dalmisia also said, how come the marshal is here? Sengoku. Lin Tian is very strong. We can't move anymore. As the chief of staff, Crane still had a good mind, and instantly told the Sengoku of the battle. Lin Tian didn't care so much and smiled and said, Marshal of the Sengoku, since the last time I finished talking on the phone, I haven't talked to you yet. Don't be safe. You guy. What is the intention? The Sengoku directly asked Lin Tian what his purpose was. Lin Tian asked rhetorically, Sengoku, what is the intention? You fellow. You are still pretending to be stupid. Of course I am asking your intention to kill the heavenly dragon. Sengoku continued to ask. You said that group of guys. I am very upset when I look at it. If you kill it, you will kill it. Lin Tian said casually. Lin Tian's words ignited the anger of the Sengoku in an instant, and the face of the Sengoku was also instantly cold. The world government is working hard to maintain the balance of the 3 powers. Although your strength is strong, you will go your own way and do things based on your own ideas. Therefore, this action, it will surely get rid of you soon. Lin Tian also frowned, watching the Sengoku without saying a word. The atmosphere instantly became full of gunpowder. Just when the two sides are about to start fighting if they disagree. Suddenly, there was a loud thunder in the surroundings, strong winds were everywhere, and then thunder and lightning flashed. All the navies are watching their surroundings on alert, and the Sengoku, Zephyr, and countless major generals of the headquarters are also on alert. Suddenly, countless figures appeared in front of everyone. The leader is wearing a dark green coat and has a red square tattoo on his left face. Seeing the person headed, Lin Tian was relieved. Carp looked at the person in front of him and said, "It really is you, dragon." Mengqilong, the most vicious criminal in the world. Is he the son of Lieutenant General Carp? How could he appear here? The lieutenants in Lin Tian's gravity field were shocked, and even Sengoku and Zephyr did not expect to encounter the revolutionary army that suddenly broke in. "You are Mr. Lin Tian. Please take care of me when you meet for the first time. I am Mengqilong of the Revolutionary Army." Long greeted Lin Tian very politely and introduced himself by the way. Lin Tian looked at the dragon and said, "Dragon, thank you for your support. You will not regret what you just promised. My partners will leave it to you. You can leave directly. Just leave the rest of the mess to me." Understand. Long also directly understood Lin Tian's meaning. "Everyone. Mr. Lin Tian entrusted you to me. Please get ready. We are about to leave here." Long also directly said to Lin Tian's friends. What else the partners wanted to say? Lin Tian said directly, "Partners, don't worry, you should have confidence in me. The next battle is not something you can handle now. I won't take too long." At Lin Tian's request, all the partners walked towards the dragon one after another. Carp hurriedly got up to the dragon and asked, "Dragon, you stinky boy, didn't you see me?" Long also looked at Carp, and then smiled and said, "Master, I didn't expect you to be repaired so badly by Mr. Lin Tian. You guy. See if I won't give you an iron fist of love." Although Carp was fierce in his mouth, he couldn't move his body. "Dragon. I didn't expect you to be with Lin Tian." The Sengoku also said, "If this is the case, it is even more impossible to let you go. Zephyr, let's go." Lin Tian directly urged the ability to freeze the fruit, and summoned an ice wall, blocking it in front of the Sengoku and Zephyr. When the Sengoku saw this, he commanded the rifle elite under his hand and shouted, "Shoot at Lin Tian and Long. Be careful not to injure your own people." Is the bullet useful to Lin Tian? The answer is no. Those bullets flew to the vicinity of Lin Tian, and Lin Tian immediately lost power by using the gravitational fruit ability and fell down. Change bullets. Keep shooting. However, this time Lin Tian unexpectedly discovered that the gravitational fruit could not have any effect on the bullet. Be careful, Mr. Lin Tian, it turned out to be Hailu stone bullets. Shenwei. Lin Tian directly used the divine power to transmit all the bullets to the divine power space. The soldiers on Lin Tian's side also didn't know what to do for a while. "Friends, goodbye. Have faith in me." Lin Tian hurriedly urged that the following battle should be fierce. His partners are weak. In order to prevent accidental injuries or being taken hostages, Lin Tian also directly entrusted them to Manchi. Upon seeing this, the partners also said, "You also have to be careful." All the partners looked at Lin Tian and were a little bit touched and moved, but they were a little guilty when they thought that their own strength really could not help much. Nuoqigao also secretly said, "I must become stronger. Only in this way can I really help Big Brother." Robin thought, "It's still not strong enough. As strong as him, he can protect what he wants to protect." "Captain, remember to protect." Reaper. Iceberg also walked directly to the dragon's side. Guina also blamed herself and thought, "Why? I am still so weak. Didn't I say that I don't need his protection anymore?" Then he also walked alongside. "Captain, don't worry, leave them to me." Freud also walked to the dragon's side. His hands instantly turned into green light, healed the wounds in the fight just now. "Lin Tian, I haven't finished the debris on the boat today. Don't forget, don't die." Perona somehow cared about Lin Tian. "I actually cared about this guy. I really hate him." Perona also walked to the dragon's side, a strange emotion in her heart. "Boss. Don't worry about me. I won't go with Long, I'm with Lei Li. You just remember to find me when you come back. No problem." Hachi chose to wait with Lei Li. Lin Tian came back. "Okay. No problem. Rayleigh, I'm sorry to trouble you." "No trouble. Hachi is my savior. Then you leave too. the Navy dealt with me. Lin Tian looked at Lei Li and said solemnly, feeling the seriousness in Lin Tian's eyes, and Lei Li also resisted the idea of persuading Lin Tian. Okay, understood, Hachi, just follow Lin Tian's meaning, give it to Lin Tian, let's withdraw. Then Lei Li grabbed Hachi and disappeared instantly. Now that you all are ready, let's retreat. I think the next battle will be quite fierce. Lin Tian was ready for the battle. Okay, then do what you want. Long didn't talk too much nonsense. He knew Lin Tian's strength was strong, and he knew that Lin Tian was not a targetless person. There was a flash of lightning and thunder, and the companions, the dragon and the revolutionary army behind the dragon quickly disappeared. When Lin Tian opened up and saw the domineering look, he couldn't feel the breath of everyone, and he knew that the dragon had gone far away from his friends. At the same time, suddenly, the ice wall that Lin Tian had just frozen was broken in an instant. The broken ice wall was also torn apart. Among them, a particularly large block of ice slammed into Lin Tianfei. In a hurry, Lin Tian couldn't dodge it. Hurry up elementalization. After all, he escaped the sudden move, but Lin Tian's gravity field has been lifted. Chief of Staff Crane, Alternate General Peach Rabbit, Naval Hero Carp, Lieutenant Admiral Dalmisia, Lieutenant Admiral Huo Xiaoshan, Admiral Black Arm Zephyr, Admiral Sengoku. The 7 generals were also waiting for Lin Tian. Countless navies around are also aiming at Lin Tian with rifles, and the precious Hailu stone bullets in the rifles are also ready to be fired. The countless warships not far away are also the pirate ship the Death God that surrounded Lin Tian and his group, and it is always ready to send out artillery shells to bomb Lin Tian. Although Lin Tian is alone, his momentum is not weak at all. Facing 7 powerful admirals, Lin Tian is not in the slightest. Lin Tian, this time you can't escape with your wings. Looking at Lin Tian during the Sengoku, he was also very imposing. Suddenly a golden light and shadow hit Lin Tian. Kick at the speed of light. The yellow figure is obviously the yellow ape Paluzolino. Naturally, Lin Tian escaped Huang Ape's trick by being a blur. At this time, the corner of Kizaru's mouth was still bleeding, and he was panting. Yellow ape, your fate is really big. Lin Tian also looked at Kizaru and said sarcastically, it seems that you were hurt very badly by me. Even so, do you have to hold on? Your strength is terrible. But sorry, I'm an admiral. I want to kill you desperately. Lin Tian frowned slightly. Kizaru joined the battle, and the navy added another powerful teammate. Lin Tian, everyone is familiar with that voice. Akainu. The Sengoku also saw the appearance of the Akainu at this time, secretly heartache. At this time, the Akainu had wounds all over his body, as well as extensive burns. The most important thing was that everyone searched all over his body and couldn't find the Akainu's left arm. Akainu, what's the matter with you? Sengoku hurriedly asked. Hey, Marshal. As you can see, the Akainu's arm was broken by Lin Tian, and the person who spoke was the blue pheasant who came here with serious injuries. Kuzan. Sengoku and Carp looked at the blue pheasant with wounds all over, and they were a little bit heartbroken. The teacher is here. The Kuzan looked at Zephyr and said. Kuzan, you've worked hard. I'll leave it to us next. Zephyr also said to the Kuzan, and then looked at Lin Tian. No, he is not an ordinary enemy. I can still help you all. The Kuzan also had no intention of retreating, and chose to join the camp against Lin Tian. Me too. Lin Tian is really damned. The Akainu was also full of anger, looking at Lin Tian. The 3 major navy generals had all been seriously injured before this, but they still came here by their will. The purpose was to kill Lin Tian with the top combat forces of the navy. Lin Tianquan saw that there were 3 more generals in the surrounding navy, which was also unprecedented. Lin Tian, one person's power is limited after all. Let's catch it. Sengoku said to Lin Tian. Maybe if you are so confident, then you can go together. Lin Tian said domineeringly, without any fear at all. Zephyrcap's arms instantly covered the armed color and attacked Lin Tian. At the same time, the sword of the sky clouds summoned by Kizaru slashed at Lin Tian. Lin Tian pulled out the village to block Kizaru's sword, and then he also fought with Zephyrcap in an armed battle. Nice armed color. Lin Tian felt that Zfa's armed color was the same as Kapu, who had reached the highest level, and couldn't help saying. The Akainu and the blue pheasant attacked one after another when they saw it. Pluto dog. Breaking mouth. 2 attacks, one hot and one cold, attacked Lin Tian. The hot magma attack instantly turned into a dog's head-like form, looking magnificent. The other attack was made by the Kuzan, and the extreme cold air hit Lin Tian. Lin Tian shouted directly, Shen Luo Tianzheng. Then used the repulsive force of the gravitational fruit to break up everything around. And Carp and Zephyr were also fully armed and abruptly holding Lin Tian's repulsive force. Shattering Ming Dog and Storm's mouth, Lin Tian did not stop at all, and a teleport appeared beside the Kuzan and the Akainu. Just wanted to launch an attack. Kizaru teleported over, kicked at the speed of light and kicked towards Lin Tian. Lin Tian vanished in an instant, and Kizaru kick passed directly through Lin Tian's body. Be careful, he has a strange spatial ability, Kizaru reminded loudly. As soon as the words fell, the Akainu and the Kuzan launched a fierce attack on Lin Tian from left to right. It's really troublesome. Lin Tian was besieged by so many masters, there was no good way for a while. Overlordness and domineering can't be used temporarily. Gravity needs to be used later. Lin Tian knew everything directly. King Yan Chinban Sakura. Lin Tian turned Ying upside down, and then a huge blade instantly appeared behind Lin Tian. Then it turned into countless cherry blossom petals and flew towards the master. Be careful of these petals are blades, don't be touched. Kizaru reminded. The previous yellow ape was miserably repaired by Chinbenying, and naturally he did not forget Lin Tian's tricky skill. It's really long-winded. Lin Tian directly used his hands to control Chinben Ying to kill the masters of all walks of life. So the masters from all walks of life used their abilities to resist Senbon Sakura. There are so many cherry blossom petals in Hun Sakura, even if it is attacking so many Navy masters, it is easy to do. However, the Navy masters would naturally not be easily injured by Lin Tian's Chinben Sakura. Each of them used their own abilities to fight against Chinben Sakura. Attack Lin Tian directly, he is controlling these petals. Sengoku commanded. So several lieutenants attacked Lin Tian in an instant. The navy outside also launched an attack of Hailu stone bullets against Lin Tian. Lin Tian reluctantly retracted Chinben Ying, and fled to the death god with a teleport. No, this guy may want to run away, Sengoku reacted. Hurry up, Sengoku commanded. Don't let Lin Tian escape. The Sengoku then ordered the warship to start attacking Lin Tian's pirate ship. When Lin Tian teleported over, he immediately destroyed several warships, riding on the strongest ship. Lin Tian directly turned on the wind to spray, and then controlled the gravity to maximize, and flew to the weak place of the navy encirclement. Countless shells fell near Lin Tian, but they were instantly repelled by the gravitational fruit to the outside of the ship. The marshal said, "Can't let this guy run away." The navy was also carrying out the Sengoku orders, and another round of shells attacked Lin Tian. So fast, this ship is actually flying. Could it be a spaceship? The navy looked at the ship flying to the distance at extreme speed, and they were shocked. Report the marshal. His ship flew away. The navy reported, "What?" The Sengoku was almost out of anger. "You said Lin Tian's ship flew away." "Yes, it is." The Sengoku changed his mind and said, "This is the power of the golden lion's fluttering fruit. You pursue it with all your strength." The generals also immediately set off. Yellow Ape, Akainu, Kuzan. Follow me back to Malin Fanduo to heal your wounds. Next, the lieutenant general will go after Lin Tian. No mistake. The Sengoku was also afraid that the four emperors would steal the tower while taking advantage of the emptiness of the headquarters, so he immediately rushed back to Malin Vando. The other generals continued their mission of chasing Lin Tian. Lin Tian didn't want to be fought by the navy forever, and his partner was already safe. Next, it was enough to eliminate the navy's pursuit, so Lin Tian decided to leave first. As for where to go, Lin Tian didn't think so much. He controlled the Reaper to fly aimlessly. After a while, Lin Tian, who was not chased by the navy, controlled the Reaper to land on the sea and started to be normal voyage. But it's strange to say that the wind was still blowing outside of him, but after a while, Lin Tian found that the boat was not moving. Walking out of the cabin, Lin Tian saw that although the weather was good, it was cloudless, and the sea was motionless, with no ripples. Is this no wind belt? Lin Tian's death god had entered the windless zone. It doesn't matter, the ship has an internal combustion system. Lin Tian entered the cab to start the engine, and the ship began to move again. In an instant, the Reaper came alive, and Lin Tian controlled the Reaper to drive towards the unknown sea. I don't know how long it took. After Lin Tian woke up, he found that the food had been almost eaten. The strongest arrived at an island. Lin Tian also had to leave the strongest and walk towards the island in order to find food. Lin Tian walked towards a forest. The trees in the forest were lush, and suddenly Lin Tian felt countless beasts around him. Haha. Sorry. After Lin Tian finished speaking, the surrounding beasts were tragic.